Welcome back, everybody. We're playing Final Fantasy XIV once again. When we last left off, we saw Zodiac be killed and assumably start the final day, so let's go ahead and find out the aftermath of that with the Watcher here. I sense his presence on the moon no longer. If you need not follow that, I beg you to stay and listen to what I have to tell you. Of Zodiac and the end of all things. And we're at level 84 quest now, so... Before we speak at length, I believe a change of surrounds is in order. I have more than ill tidings to share, you see. I sense others arriving not long ago. Though my communions of Heidelin have grown infrequent, I have learned enough from her to know that these are your comrades. As luck would have it, they have already reached my abode. Come, let us join them. And thankfully for the moment, we're keeping ahead of the, leveling. We're 85 at this point, so that's pretty nice. So getting the side stuff out of the way a bit was definitely the right call to make. The current weather is moon dust, so I guess that's probably the idea of fog. Kind of similar to fog, I guess, yeah. I'm assuming we're going to be staying here at the Moon Zone for now. And then after that, I would assume if other expansions are taken into idea, we're probably going to end up going back to Labyrinthos and Thonfair after this, I imagine. We still have two zones we have no idea of what they are, because at this point we've been to every spot that was in the trailers and whatnot, so it'll be curious to see what they will be. Thank goodness you are unharmed. We did what we could to subdue the temper before making our way here. Not without casualties, unfortunately. Some few detonated explosives, killing themselves and others. The contingent healers had their hands full tending to the injured and enthralled when we took our leave. Lest you wonder, Mrs. Kryl has also been delivered unto their care. Serving as a conduit for Highland's power hath taken its toll, but she will recover in due course. As for Alphanod and Alessay, they insisted on remaining in Garmlod while we three rushed to your aid. It appears, however, that matters here have already come to a conclusion. But what manner of conclusion, if I might ask, and is this the ally whom Heidelin bade you seek out? He is not unlike the shades of Amarat. Not unlike, perhaps, but not the same. I was created by Heidelin, together with this place. It has ever been my duty to keep vigil over Zodiac, or rather, it was my duty. Then Zodiac is no more. And not without consequence, I'm afraid, for now the delicate weave of the star preserved by his presence will begin to unravel. If you mean to avert the final days, you shall have need of. Are you alright? My attempts to forestall Zodiac's release have all but exhausted my strength. If you might allow me a rest a short while, I will share with you all I can. Please do. You need not exert yourself on our account. These crystals contain records of your time here, yes? May we reuse them while you wait? By all means, if you review them chronologically, I might suggest beginning with those on the upper floor. I shall leave thee to that, Naran, while I see what we can glean from the crystals on these lower levels. Alright. Sadly, almost right off the bat there, I had a issue with the recording, so... Oh, wonderful. At least I caught it fairly early on, I think. I'm kind of assuming that's my antivirus, like, coming on and messing things up, because I can't think of anything else it would be. Yeah, it looks like we're gonna finally get a history lesson here on, finally get some understanding of what's going on, I'm assuming. So that'd be nice, at least. As you gaze into the crystal, ancient knowledge of Zodiac flows through your mind. Daily summary, no abnormalities detected, and so on and so on. These appear to be records of a long, lonely vigil on the moon, dating back to the beginning of Zodiac's imprisonment. So it seems like nothing was really going on too much there. Because I'm assuming he was left alone, because the Asians didn't really want to awake him when he was fragmented still. If he was at full power, then he probably would have won against Hylan. I mean, even now he probably would have won against Hylan. As you gaze into the crystal, knowledge of past calamities flows through your mind. These records describe how, with each rejoining, Zodiac's thirst for freedom grew, as did the strain on the brands. Maintaining Zodiac's imprisonment appears to tax Hydaelyn greatly. But now that imprisonment's come to an end, so what happens with Hydaelyn? Hydaelyn no longer has the mission she had as a primal. As you gaze into the crystal, knowledge of past rejoinings flow through your mind. Records describe the Watcher's efforts to prepare in the event Zodiac broke free from his prison. Records go on to describe maintenance carried out regularly with the Loperettes, though it's not clear who or what they are. Maybe that's the dog we saw? As you gaze at the crystal, a record of the unexpected visitor flows through your mind. Records that the Watcher's musings of Elidibus is spotted on the moon, though clearly not for the first time. It's clear he and his brethren have a keen interest in freeing Zodiac from his prison, and yet they have made no attempt to destroy the brands. Perhaps they prefer him remain hidden from mortal eyes until the final rejoining. Perhaps they realize we would never dare bring harm to Zodiac so long as he remains imprisoned. That makes sense, I guess. That kind of makes the question, though, since the 13th shard, I think it was messed up, could that mean that Zodiac would never actually be at his full power again? Would that particular shard just not ever rejoin? Did you learn anything of import? So as we suspected, maintaining the brands requires a great deal of her energy and focus, and this cost has grown higher with every rejoining. That explains why contact with her has become rather infrequent since the simple Umbral calamity. I too made a rather startling discovery. This heavenly body we know to be the moon was in fact created by Hydaelyn. When the Watcher said he was created together with this place, I thought he only meant this facility. Truly, Hydaelyn's powers are far beyond anything I could have imagined. I thank you for affording me this short reprieve.
It is we who should thank you. The records stored here are nothing short of extraordinary. There is much we could learn of Zodiac and his imprisonment, but perhaps you could offer us more focused guidance. Pray, tell us of the calamity that came before and comes now again.
Long ago, before the Great Sundering, there was but a single world, Aetherius. One day, from within the earth, a terrible cry issued forth, effecting a profound change in all manner of life. We were not exempt. Our creation magics ran rampant, giving shape and form to thoughts of hopelessness and despair. At first the phenomenon was limited to a single region, but quickly, so very quickly, it spread and engulfed the whole of the star.
Were the ancients ever able to deduce its source?
They were not, however. The convocation struck up a method to predict where the next corruption would manifest. The etheric energies which flow through all of creation in the form of various currents. The currents which course through the land and seas. Those which flow through the very air. And those of a celestial nature which encompass both our star and this moon.
Celestial currents. I cannot say I am familiar with the concept.
Nor would I expect you to be. Few scholars of our time knew of their existence. Their invaluable knowledge helped us better understand the nature of the calamity. Like the terrestrial ones of air and earth, the celestial currents form a vast network, but the ethereal distribution is not consistent. The convocation soon realized that the inciting incidents occurred in regions where the flow was weakest. Correlation without clear cause, ultimately. Nevertheless, on closer study, a stagnancy of ether was observed in nearby currents.
And so they sought a means to harness the forces of darkness, of activity and growth. Thus was Zodiac conceived. No less a power than a god's could set right the laws of nature and quicken the flow of ether within the star.
Precisely, with the advent of Zodiac, our end was averted.
Emmett Selk claimed that those who summoned Hydaelyn did so because they saw Zodiac's power as a threat. Is that true?
Indeed, there was a faction opposed to Zodiac's creation, but their aim was never to unmake him. You understand the continued preservation of the national order was dependent on his very existence. Until we could identify and address the underlying cause of the final days, he would need remain, for his departure would set in motion these apocalyptic forces once again. Hydaelyn can recognize this as well, and so rather than destroy, she sundered Zodiac, herself, and the star into lesser reflections, that she might confine him in this place. I could have sworn she beseeched me to banish the darkness. Perhaps she did, but as with all beings, intent is not always in a chord of spoken word. Hydaelyn and Zodiac are both constructs of man, approximations of perfection limited by our own imperfections. Zodiac was, without question, the more powerful of the two, having been born from the sacrifice of half of Etheria's population. Thus was it necessary for Hydaelyn to commit herself wholly to his defeat. Still more effort was needed to confine him. Maintaining the brands taxed her greatly. With what power she dare spare, she cried out to any who would listen and offer her blessing to those who heeded her call. Though it was likely within her power to do so, I believe she did not wish to speak of Etherius and her history. Like Zodiac, Hydaelyn's purpose is a reflection of her creators. They wish to look to the future, not linger in the prison of the past.
The Ascians set in motion 7 rejoinings before we came to oppose them. How many more worlds would have been lost had we not placed our faith in her? How many more souls living in the present would have been snuffed out for the sake of those long dead?
Well, in light of recent events, I see no reason to doubt your words. And even if Hydaelyn is not a god in truth, if Minfilia believed that we should trust in her plans, then I choose to do just that. Which brings me to a rather important question. Let's suppose we try but fail to stop this second coming of the final days. Should the source fall, what will become of the other worlds?
The nomenclator is more fitting than you know. Bring ruin to the source, and its reflections will share in its fate. Ah, it is ready. This way, if you'd be so kind. Beautiful sight, is it not?
Yes, but what is it?
Hydaelyn knew better than any that her power was not absolute. Indeed, she has ever struggled to hold Zodiac and his faithful at bay. She feared the worst, and so made preparations. In the event of his demise, there would be a contingency. A safe harbor, huh? You need not go far to find its pilots. In fact, I should be happy to take you to them. And fulfill my final duty as Watcher in the Dark. Alright, I think we get a sword coffer there, right? It's definitely getting interesting. Let me go ahead and, oh, we also got a Zodiac card. Nice. Yeah, it's definitely better than what I have at the moment. This one's actually, still on par with what I have, I guess, but we'll still go with it, I guess. Yeah, it's one of those ones that have, like, a little neat animation with it. Okay. Let's talk to you again. Time has come for you to be on your way. The crater is at the heart of Lemenium, where Zodiac was imprisoned. It is not so easily traversed, however. Let's call upon Agros, the familiar whom you met earlier. He should have no trouble bearing you across. As Hydaelyn created me as a jailer, so too did she create Agros as the guard. It is his nature to appear when needed, and yet he is nowhere to be found. Strange. Mayhap the imbalancing of either has affected him. Let us make for the crushing brand, and attempt to call him upon there. You need but recall the path you walked for Argus before, and you'll find your way. If he labors in service to Hydaelyn's plan, I see no reason not to do as he suggests. Shall we make for this crushing brand, then? Alright. I should probably be looking around here for... Yep, we do got one here. Just hop down, because why not? Oh, now it's to the north. Can't really do anything over that way yet, so I guess we'll have to go around. Actually, it looks like I can maybe sneak across over that way. I think there was like a path over here, was it not? Let's go ahead and just get on our horse here. Yeah, there's a little pathway down here, I believe. Should eventually take us upwards, I think, right? Assuming if I keep on going this way, I should be able to get across. Nope, not gonna let me. Ah, there we go. Okay. Looks like we about made it. The place we seek is just ahead of the Kolothrus Grot. You see, Argos cannot manifest without sufficient concentrations of ambient ether. You should be hard-pressed to find a greater confluence than inside this cavern. Follow me. Let's see, where is the... Okay, it's to the north now. I believe I should probably be able to reach this, wherever it is over here. I mean, I am slightly curious about the ether currents here. It's not showing anything yet, because I haven't gotten anything yet. It should be, like, right around here. Ah, there it is. Okay. I don't know if I can actually reach that from here. Oh no, wait. Yes, I can, I think. Maybe? No, apparently not. Huh. Okay, they don't want me getting anything at the moment, I guess. Okay, we're making it somewhere. That's no fun, guy. Little spider thing, or whatever you are. Alright, let's go ahead and just Holy Spirit this. Alright, there we go. Yes, here will do nicely. The lunar sponge will draw ether from the ground, which is then dispersed in the air. At present, however, the ambient energies are not quite sufficient for Agro to manifest. Might you be willing to spare some of your own to help the sponge along? Alright, let's go ahead and touch some lunar sponge. Argos manifests in a flash. He seems glad to see you again. Most fascinating creation of Heidelin's, would you not agree? Should the need arise, he'll even be able to create reflections of himself on a whim. Though I assure you it was no reflection which accompanied you early to the brand. No, Argos was quite eager to be at your side then, as he is now, it seems. Cannot recall when last he showed such an affinity for anyone. Indeed, I thought him more likely to shy away from you and your companions. Perhaps it was more than a sense of duty that compelled him to aid you before. As for your companions... unexpected but greatly appreciated. I believe we are ready. Then let us return outside that you may cross the chasm. Alright. I assume it's bad that the fact that the moon is already losing ether, I guess. That's kind of what I'm getting. These guys respawn really fast, apparently. They're not likely to follow me very far out of the cave, so yeah. Yes, there they are. Your destination is the structure there across the Cradle of Darkness. But climb on Agros' back and he will take care of the rest. Once you arrive, it should not take long to find the ship's crew. The facility is designed to rouse them from their slumber in the event of Zodiac's destruction. Heed their counsel. Together you may guide the star and its people to a kinder fate. This is where we part ways, but I know I shall ever be watching and praying for your success. Worry not for me. Real though I may appear as you and yours, I am but a part of this moon. Creation of Heidelin, entrusted with the memories of an acquaintance long dead but not forgotten. My charge of Zodiac has ended, but so long as this moon exists, I shall not want for purpose. I shall remain ever watching, ever praying for your success. Well, that's good, though. At least he's going to be around, having stuff to do. Our allies' assurances notwithstanding, we cannot be certain what awaits us on the other side, so perhaps it would be best if we did not all go at once. I propose the two of us to cross first, while Thankard, Yarn J wait here. Let's go ahead and do it. Fly the flying dogs. I wonder if the remnants will actually come in handy at some point, I wonder. His structure is enormous, though that is hardly surprising given the size of the average Amartin. Apologies for the wait. Right then, let's head inside and... oh? Most intriguing, a means by which to conserve energy, mayhap. Well, I certainly wouldn't want him to blink out of existence on our account. Hopefully he's been. Stay here where it's safe, alright? If Argos is to remain without, let us not keep him waiting over long. Actually, I think this is probably a good stopping point for this video, so next time we're going to go inside this place and figure out what is going on, because it looks pretty huge already, so see you guys then.